Holy God, we give you thanks for strength of body and strength of mind, for the strength of friendships and teams, for the strength of the commitment of athletes, coaches, and families. May the strength you give us empower and equip us to face life's many challenges with courage and grace. And we pray, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
(2001), 2002, 2003. Oh, hello, Knights. Welcome to the Spring Athletic Awards Program. This is our opportunity to honor our students and coaches for their outstanding efforts in our abbreviated spring athletic season. A quick shout out to our seniors. I want to say a special congratulations to you all. I'm very, very proud of you all. I'm sorry you weren't able to finish what you started, but I want to tell you that you leave an outstanding legacy. I appreciate all the leadership that you've given us throughout this year. Wish you the best of luck in the future. Now on to our awards program.
For the 2020 JV White baseball team, I want to thank Coach Wiggum, Coach Blake, Coach Hoffmeister, Coach Rock, Coach Medlin for their help with this team. They've been invaluable, just an incredible coaching staff. Want to congratulate the guys on the season that we were able to have and the improvement that I saw over really the month that we had. And the preseason heading into it, really able to see these guys commit and go all in. They learn more and more what it was to be a team and selflessness and to put others first. So very proud of this group. They have a bright future. I encourage you guys to keep working, to stay hungry, to stay committed to the process. So on to the awards. The most improved player is someone who impressed the coaching staff from really the first day of off season, and very proud of this young man. And he really epitomized what a culture guy is as far as commitment, and he would help move the plyo balls and help set up off season and help carry equipment without ever being asked. And he was someone who would stay after in the weight room and stay after to take reps, and just very much got our attention mentioned early on, for the kind of person he is and his fight and his grit. And so for the most improved, as we did see his ability really start to take off with his athleticism, is Matthew Bosarge. So Matthew Bosarge, most improved. We are proud of you. For the Leadership Award, this is a player with 1-year veteran experience on this team, and quickly was given a nickname of coach by our coaching staff, but continued to encourage, and a very vocal encourager and lifting people up and always wanting others to succeed and asking me what he could do to get better, what he could do to be a better leader. And I'm very proud of this player's leadership and his character and who he is and how he continues to blossom. I'm so thankful he's a part of this program. So for our Leadership Award, it is Colin McCormick. I'm very proud of you, Coach McCormick. And for our MVP award, this is a player that has natural ability, but the work ethic really kicked in, and we were able to see this player serve many roles and on the mound and battled at the plate. And really, we made a move and from third to shortstop, and I felt like his glove just started to get better and better. He committed to the offseason, committed to the process. He continued to work and really came through as a player that was invaluable to this team's success. And so the MVP of the 2020 JV White baseball team is Luke Braga. Luke, congratulations. And I'm very proud of you guys. Want you to continue to get after it. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Knights. This is Coach Hoff with the JV Blue Baseball Awards for the 2020 season. But thank you to everybody that did work behind the scenes to keep us moving. Coach Kling for keeping us on the field, Coach Grove, Coach Watts, everything that they do behind the scenes, Coach Marshall as well as the rest of the coaching staff, Coach Fox, Coach Eckert, Coach Straub, we're thinking about you, Coach Wiggum down at the JV White level, and then the huge shout out to my assistant, Coach Medlin. It's an absolute blast coaching with you and learning from you every day. Thank you guys. This was an incredible team, and it really is a shame that they got the season cut short, because this is one of the, if not the most talented sub-varsity team that we've ever had at Episcopal High School. In their shortened season, they went 8-0 with wins over Brenham, Pearland, and Kincaid. We've gotten through the most difficult part of our schedule, and it would have been awesome to be able to see what they could have done the rest of the way. Thankfully for these guys, they have more time left in the Knights program. Beyond the record, they were a group of guys who bought into our culture. They bought into our systems. We did some things in a kind of an orthodox way that might have had them scratching their head, but they bought in, and these guys are a bunch of baseball rats. I talked to Coach Medlin often and said that the toughest part of my job, or our job, is just filling out the lineup card. Because this team, once the lineup card was filled, they kind of took it from there, which is what you want in a coach, to have to really coach less. The competition for the awards was very stiff. We had so many guys that could have fit all three of these categories. And now on to the awards. This is a guy who showed up pretty good, but continually impressed us offensively. Just a dynamic athlete in the outfield. He's a threat on the base paths, and it's going to be incredibly exciting to see what this guy does at the varsity level for us very soon. This year's most improved goes to Baron DeChoso. For the Leadership Awards, the MVP Awards, they were very difficult, because both of these next two guys were absolutely worthy of both of these awards. Our Leadership Award goes to a guy who did whatever we asked. Lit it up with the bat. In fact, he led us in quality at bats. Absolute competitor on the mound. Loves the game of baseball. You can see it in his face. You can see the way that he competes. He's an extension of the coaching staff. Just the kind of guy that every coach wants on their team. If you could have 10 of them, you'd be in great shape. Really excited to see what this guy does in the future as well. This year's Leadership Award went to Oliver Snell. Our MVP was a guy who I considered, even having him on a sub-varsity team, was a cheat code. A team is nothing without their catcher, and we had one of the best around. I don't care what level you're talking about. In a game against Pearland, he threw out 5 runners. But he provided us an incredible receiver of the baseball, manager of the pitching staff. Oh yeah, he can also swing a little bit too. We were very, very lucky to have him on such a talented team with so many young guys, and looking forward to see what he does in the future. This year's 2020 MVP was Paul Smith. Go Knights!
For the 2020 Varsity Baseball Awards, I want to thank my coaching staff, Coach Straub, Coach Eckert, Blake, Coach Rock for helping out with this team, Coach Hoffmeister, Coach Medlin, Coach Wiggum as well. I want to thank my manager, Senior Brendan Howe, been very special to our team and very helpful. We will miss you dearly. You're so special. Thank you so much. Want to go really to our awards right away. It's a special group, special team, and persevered through a lot, not just the virus, but not having a field and travel and loading up equipment everywhere we went, every single practice. So this team overall is so special and so tough and resilient, and y'all's love for each other made this entire thing such a blessing. There were challenges, of course, that we faced, but you guys are such a special group as you protect the culture and you have committed to each other. The most improved of 2020 is a player that has been talented all along, but we had lost 4 in a row, and we were in a place where we needed to make some changes. And this player, we put him at first base, and then we moved him to the leadoff spot, and that was one of the crucial moves that we made that immediately brought success. And this player really, I think out of the 7 games, he was in the leadoff spot. I think got on base to start the game 5 times, and he was given the platform to be a leader, to be a spark plug, to get us going. It's someone I trust with all my heart, with our culture and the commitment and his love for others and being willing to take care of people. And his work ethic, his attitude, he's dependable, he's tough, and everything that we could ask. So our most improved is Steven Pena. So proud of you, Steven, and you are a leader, and you have been, and you will continue to be. So thank you for this year, and your team got that right. Leadership, this player for 4 years has been dependable and an incredibly selfless attitude, a key player as he was behind the plate and caught Tanner, who is no easy feat, and was someone who, whether he was in the game or not, was always all in for the team and looking for opportunities to encourage freshmen and lift others up. And that is really, in my mind, the quality of a leader is not how well someone can take care of themselves, but how well someone takes care of others. And leaders create leaders, and this person definitely did so. Our 2020 Leadership Award is Max Madison. Max, you've been a joy to coach. I will miss you, and you've been just an incredible blessing to our program and to me personally. Our MVP was the only unanimous vote. Makes a lot of sense. He's one of the most talented players in the country. No secrets about it. Our MVP has a bright future in baseball, but the person that he is, I say this every chance I can, the person that he is and how he takes care of others, and his coachability, his attitude, work ethic. I saw the maturity over the last couple of years of any way he could gain an edge on the field, not just resting on his talent and what God gave him, but to really honor God and honor others, honor himself, honor his team with how he approached the game, with class, with respect, with love for his teammates, love for the game, but also with a grit and a competitiveness that is really fun to coach, and one of the most irreplaceable players on the field that I've ever had. And I'm so very thankful for you. Our MVP is Tanner Witt. Thank you so much for 4 years. I will miss you. I will end my presentation with just a thank you to the seniors, Jason, Ethan, Max, Tanner. You guys are so very special, and I will miss you. Thank you for being our culture. Thank you for being our leaders. And God bless all of you.
The girls' golf team was very excited for this season. The 2 seniors had finished in the top 3 at SPC the past 3 years, and our goal was to finish in the top 3 once again. But unfortunately, our season was cut short, and we were only able to play in 2 tournaments. The girls played well in those tournaments, finishing in the top 5 at the Kincaid Invitational. Most improved goes to a junior whose golf game has come a long way in 3 seasons. She began her golf career at EHS with very little experience, shooting double par on most holes. But with hard work and determination, she showed drastic improvements this year. Her ball flight is higher, she's hitting the ball farther than she ever has before. I'm excited to see the wonderful things she will do her senior year. Most improved goes to junior Chloe Butler. We have 2 girls receiving the Most Valuable Player award. The first is a senior that has been an integral part of the team since her freshman year. Always playing in the top 5, this girl contributed to our team score in each tournament. Her scores improved every year, with her finishing 7th at SPC her junior year and receiving all SPC honors. Not only is she a strong golfer, but she was a leader on the team. Despite starting this season with an injury, she came to practice to cheer on her teammates and push them to improve. Most Valuable Player goes to Madeline Schultz. Our other senior is also a vital part of the team, providing leadership and heart. She contributed to the team score since her freshman year and always shined at SPC. A tremendous golfer who had every shot in her bag, this girl was a true joy to watch. Her fun, easygoing attitude made her a popular girl to play with, and she never let a bad shot get to her. This girl developed into an amazing leader, really maturing over her 4 years and developing a true love of golf that rubbed off on everyone around her. Funny, kind, and competitive, she was a very special person, and I have loved coaching her for the past 4 years. Most Valuable Player goes to Alicia Cruz. Madeline and Alicia will be greatly missed and have left big shoes to fill. They built a wonderful girls golf program, and I'm so proud of them. Congratulations to our 2020 varsity girls golf team.
The 2020 boys golf program really didn't get a chance to go out and show what we could really do and be this year. Unfortunately, because of everything that went on with COVID-19, and we didn't get a chance to come back after spring break to really get into the midst of doing what it is that we know how to do. We had 17 members on the JV golf team. Unfortunately, those guys, all of their tournaments came after spring break, so they did not get an opportunity to compete. Those guys worked extremely hard in the practices that they had, got better. JV golfers, make sure you guys continuously go out, do the things you need to do when we get back to a sense of normalcy and get better at the things that we need to do so that you can be a contributing factor moving forward. Thank you for all of your time. We really appreciate you, and let's go out and let's do those things. The varsity boys golf team this year consisted of 10 members. Let me read each one of those members' names off. Will Jones, Alex Finkelstein, Charlie Hartman, Harrison Witcher, James Carter, Jack Siegel, Austin Underwood, Billy Hall, and seniors John Blaylock and Will Arnson. The team was able to compete in 2 tournaments this year, and we finished better than what we did the year prior, which is really good for us. We had a really good team last year, had one of the better finishes in SPC that we had, and these guys had better finishes on the outset than what we did with that group. So we were really looking forward to moving forward with these guys and seeing what they could have done, as we had our other tournaments that were coming up. But again, season got cut short. This group was really eager to practice and get better on a daily basis. Never had to really talk to them about going to practice. They did it on their own. We would practice. Those guys would go out and put their own time in over the weekends, take lessons, get better. And the future is really, really bright because everyone is an underclassman except for 2 guys. John Blaylock, Will Arnson are our only 2 seniors. Both of you guys, we're going to miss you. Know that you guys put everything you had into the program. And we really and truly appreciate what you did for the program and know that you'll always be a night golfer. Now on to the awards. Leadership award goes to a player that I knew I could call on at any time to get players where they needed to be. He helped me organize a lot of things during the season, and he was one of those individuals that was one of the first ones to practice, one of the last ones to leave, and he was always having something encouraging to say to some of the other players. This year's leadership award goes to Billy Hall. Most improved player this year goes to a guy who has a really, really bright future. As a freshman in our program, this individual had to learn how to play in big competitive tournaments like we had. Unfortunately, he was only able to play in 2 of those, but he was the only freshman to be in our top 5 consistently for the entire year. He has a really, really bright future. Our most improved goes to freshman Will Jones. And lastly, our most valuable player goes to a guy that is talented, but he also works really, really hard. He's one of those individuals that are tweaking things all the time, getting better. He played in our number 1 or our number 2 spot consistently this year in the 2 tournaments that we had. He was a guy that would come by, talk about golf with me all of the time, and really, really loved the relationship that we have, the bond that we started to build. This was his first year in the golf program. Last year he was on the baseball field, and let me tell you, Coach Fox, we owe you one. This year's MVP goes to Harrison Witcher. Dun, 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 dun. And that is our 2020 boys golf program. Thank you.
I first want to thank the people involved in helping our JV season run smoothly. Coach Grove, Coach Watts, Coach Fox, Coach Klink and the training staff, Coach Hodgson, and Coach Beckman for their time and energy and practices and games. And lastly, Coach Adams and Coach White. The JV girls lacrosse team was one of the most fun I've ever had coaching. They had such a contagious energy. They never complained. During games, they persevered. Often they took tough losses, but they really trusted the process of their hard work. And I'm really proud of the work ethic that they maintained and the progress that they made in just the few short weeks that we had together. On to the awards. So the first award is our leadership award. This player struggled with her non-dominant hand as a freshman. During the fall and into the preseason, she continuously worked to get better in that area. And now she's really one of the best in the program with her left hand. This is just one of the ways that her lead by example mantra has helped the team. Our leadership award goes to Morgan Ripstein. The next award is the most improved award. So through the first week of season, this player's skills completely transformed. Over the course of our short season, she was one of the most trusted individuals on the field. She was asked to play a new position this year. She took that challenge with stride. She's intense, she's funny, and she really helped keep our team motivated. Our most improved award goes to Jillian Greeley. Lastly, the most valuable player award goes to the player on our team who stepped up in every one of our games. She learned how to take the draw in a matter of days and completely dominated that aspect of the game. She helped to build momentum in games, and she kept the girls working hard during practice. Our most valuable player award goes to Tasia Rushing.
For those of you who know me, it will come as no surprise that I am beginning with a John Wooden quote. So here it goes. Things turn out best for the people who make the best of the way things turn out. In sports, we strive for excellence, to be the best we can be by pushing our bodies and minds to their absolute limits. The cruelty of sports, and of life, is that when pursuing excellence, those energies and efforts do not always result in the desired outcome. We can over-prepare, we can follow our game plan, and we can work our absolute hardest, and yet the end result is not always what we'd hoped for. As we're all acutely aware of right now, there's so much in our lives we cannot control. However, athletics teaches you to focus on what you can control, to learn from those outcomes, and to press on in the face of adversity. That John Wooden quote is about playing the hand you're dealt to the best of your ability. That, to me, is what defines a person's character. For the 2020 season, our team developed 3 affirmations that we touched upon in nearly every huddle. Number 1, we are committed to one another. Number 2, we hold ourselves accountable. And number 3, we have a growth mindset. That last affirmation became a way of life for us. After every drill, every practice, and every game, we would come together as a unit and reflect on how we could do better. It wasn't always easy. It can be a real challenge to watch game film from an ugly loss and reflect honestly, openly, and without judgment, but it was always worth it. This group of remarkable young women knows how to make the best of things and press on in the face of adversity. We were in a slump at the beginning of the season. Despite the fact that our skills were sharper than before, our lax IQ better, and our practice play stronger, we just couldn't seem to pull out a win. However, during one of our last games in Austin, that all changed. After getting down by 7 goals early on, we rallied around each other, focused on what we could control, and strove to improve it, and came back to win 12-11. As a coach, you live for those experiences. It was not the fact that we won, but how we won that will stay with me. This group has the strongest character of any group I have ever coached, and I am sad that I will not have the opportunity to see this season out with them. Although their season was cut short, they have left their mark on EHS. Look at our list of class officers, SOS, DIA, and chapel group leaders. Look at our literary magazine, our yearbook, and newspaper staff, and you will find the names of EHS women's lacrosse players. They strive for excellence every day in everything they do, and I couldn't be more proud of them. To our seniors, and there are a lot of them, Meg Alexander, Paula Aronowski, Meredith Betty, Sophie Bowers, Nicole Hopwood, Elizabeth Hunt, Annabelle Curtin, Caroline Melody, Lainey Pieper, and Madison Stanky. You all have built a culture of excellence that will serve as the foundation for years to come. It's hard for me to imagine our program without you. We love you all so much, and I'm in awe of the women you all have become. On to the awards. Our Leadership Award goes to one of our senior captains who joined the varsity lacrosse team as a timid sophomore. She quickly earned the affection of the upperclassmen, learned the ropes from them, and found herself in a starting role on the defense. 3 years later, she is now the one taking underclassmen under her wing. When she speaks, everyone listens because she has earned their respect. When times get tough, she's the firm yet assuring voice you want to hear. Congratulations, Madison Stanky. For MVP, we are going to deviate from tradition and award 2 very deserving athletes. One of our MVP awards goes to a player who earned the most votes for captain I've ever seen as a coach, a near unanimous decision. A 4-year varsity athlete, she has played every position on the field, but found her home on our defense. She has a tremendous knowledge of and passion for the game. However, it's her desire to always learn more that makes her such a formidable opponent. She is unafraid to step up and put a body on the competition. To put it best, though she be but little, she is fierce. This athlete is a steady, reliable presence on our defense, someone that everyone trusts with the ball. She will be sorely missed next year. Congratulations, Elizabeth Hunt. Our other MVP award goes to another one of our senior captains, a 4-year varsity starter, a leading scorer in the program, and a women's national tournament team member for the great state of Texas. Not only is she one of the most talented lacrosse players in our area, but she is also one of the most gifted athletes I have ever coached. Whether she's putting up ridiculous numbers in her hang clean or finishing on cage, she grabs your attention with her athleticism. What's so amazing about this player is that despite her extraordinary talent, she remains hungry. Trust me, you do not want to make her mad in a game because she will make you pay for it. And yet, if you ask anyone, even the competition, what she's like off the field, they'll tell you she's incredibly humble and kind. Everyone in the program can attest that she's a great leader and teammate. Whoever steps into her role on the field will have big shoes to fill. Congratulations, Meredith Betty. I want to end by thanking our coaching staff. I'm so blessed to work with supremely knowledgeable and talented coaches who push me to be a better head of program. In particular, I want to thank Coach Barron and Coach White. Not only did Coach B serve as head JV coach, but she also served as a defensive coordinator for varsity. Her incredible knowledge of the sport and experience as a player helped to mold the defensive foundation that we will rely upon for years to come in our program. I'm grateful for Coach White for many things, but most of all for her sense of humor that keeps us all sane and her ability to teach the game, taking the most difficult offensive concepts and breaking them down with ease. Thank you all. Thank you also to Coach Beckman and Coach Hodson. All of y'all are my rocks. That's it. I promise I'm not going to go on anymore. I know it's been a long speech. Thank you to everyone. And that is your 2020 girls lacrosse team. Thanks.
Hello, Knights, and welcome to the 2020 JV Lacrosse Team Awards. I am your host, Coach Dick Gaston. Starting off, I'd like to thank Coach Marshall, Coach Klink, and all staff and fields crew that are responsible for helping our season run so smoothly. Thank you guys for all that you do. I would also like to thank our parents for allowing their sons to come out and play for us this spring. I'm very thankful that y'all dedicated that time and effort to allow your sons to come out. While our 2020 season was cut short, we as a program made significant strides in our overall play this season. Players from our last year's JV squad can attest that we made significant strides in goals scored, assisted goals, defensive stops, and our overall play as a team this season. I'm very proud of the boys that came out each day to get better and improve themselves on the lacrosse field. Moving to our team awards, for our most improved, it goes to a guy that stepped into a new position for the first time this season. He stepped up to do a job that actually takes some guts to do, and thankfully this guy has plenty of confidence in himself and helped us win some games this season. He worked with our goalie coach, Coach Zaleski, and all the while he improved every day and never showed a moment of regret nor a lack of enthusiasm for being in that position as goalie. And for that, our most improved player is Jackson Kincannon. Our second award goes to a kid that is a freak athlete. His burst of speed is amazing to watch as he makes other players appear as if they're standing still. He can change the pace of a game and was able to keep us in games when we needed a goal. Our most valuable player goes to William Mingvasser. Lastly, our leadership award goes to a player whom all of you probably know or should know. He leads by example and is always a positive influence on our younger players. This guy will probably run for president, if not the Prime Minister of Canada one day, if he so chooses. It is of no surprise to me that our team voted Lyndon Walsh for our leadership award. Thank you guys for a great year. I'm looking forward to seeing you all when we return. Thanks.
Boys Varsity Lacrosse would like to thank our parents and the athletic administration for all of the support, plus coaches Gaston and Zaleski and defensive mastermind, Coach Bradshaw. Our goal has been to reestablish our program. To actually accomplish this, our upperclassmen had to buy into truly wanting to do things the right way and to model the necessary hard work. Fortunately, our seniors were superb. They have done everything asked of them, and their best collective trait is that they treated their younger teammates well. Our team's season was halted with us having won 6 of 10 games. Texas lacrosse, we can play anybody, so our schedule was quite demanding. Included in our wins were victories over Strake Jesuit, Easton Christian, Stratford, and Lamar. These wins wouldn't have been possible without our seniors. Harrison Manley's all-out hustle and ability to get ground balls and play tough midfield defense will be tremendously missed. Mason and I talked him into joining lacrosse 3 years ago. Actually, he needed a ride home, and I told Mason the only way he gives Harrison a ride is with the understanding that he must come out and play lacrosse. Glad he needed that ride because his athleticism made him a huge contributor and starter almost immediately. Fletcher McGarity didn't need a ride, but we were thrilled when he decided to try playing lacrosse last year. As most people know, Fletcher has only one speed and it's really fast. Plus, he can be used to defensively shut off or drive an opponent crazy. So with his athleticism, he was our defensive secret weapon. His other unique skill is that he's one of the all-time great teammates. Greg Curran was another Mason recruit and joined us this year. He didn't get to contribute as much as he might have in years past due to the depth of talent on this team, but he did have the hit of the year for our team. He set the tone in our Magnolia game when he absolutely lit up their player, which changed the game's momentum. Thomas Minton transferred into Episcopal last year and has started ever since. This year he died and went to heaven as a crease attackman who got to play with some great passers. This enabled him to be our leading scorer with 30 points. Even better, his teammates voted him the Leadership Award because of his tremendous work ethic and humility. As mentioned, Mason Morris was a great recruiter. He also brought in our excellent manager 3 years ago, Grace Beasley, who in turn trained Hannah Martin and Winnie Gordon. A big thank you to them for scorekeeping and running the clock. Mason has simply been a stud for us. He has scored the most points for our team the last 4 years and scored an amazing 27 points as a midfielder this year. His incredible play as well as the way he leads his teammates is why they chose him team MVP. Our last award winners are most improved player. Many guys worked incredibly hard in the offseason and received votes. I told this guy last year bluntly that he would never see the field on varsity at attack, but if he would commit to working really hard, I believed he would become a goalie. He not only accepted the challenge, he became our starting goalie and dominated, as shutting out Strake for an entire half with help from our fantastic defense illustrated. He can play at the next level if he continues working Bennett Manley. We have a tremendous group of players and leaders returning next year. I expect Gannon, Jack, Cameron, Bennett, Andrew, Dillon, Caldwell, Keith, Jackson, Max, Connor, and others to follow in our seniors' huge footsteps, pave the way for our continued success. Your 2020 Episcopal Boys Lacrosse Team.
Hey guys, it's Coach Grams with JV Softball. I just want to say I'm super proud of the girls for how hard they worked this season. One of my favorite memories was when we beat St. John's by 13 in the very last game of the season, and I think that was a great way to go out. I know we wish we could have finished it, but I'm super blessed that I got to work with such amazing young women, and I can't wait for next year to get that four-peat, so go Knights!
Hey everybody, Coach Adams from JV Softball. I just wanted to say that I am so sorry that our season was cut so short. I know that was a really big bummer. I was really sad. This being my first season on staff, I was really looking forward to the whole experience with y'all, and I'm very grateful for the times that we were able to get out there and play and practice. I want to say that I am so proud of y'all for how you started and ended the season. We came out with a really big win against LaPorte. That was so much fun to start out the season with such a great win, and to end the season with a great win against St. John's. At the time, of course, we didn't know that was going to be our last game, but that just goes to show you that you can't take anything for granted. You never know when your last game is going to be, and it's so important to always give everything your best effort. So really great job in doing that. So I have a few awards to give out. The first award is Most Improved, and this goes to somebody who is always willing to learn, always wanting to know what she can do better, how she can fix something, extremely coachable, and very, very selfless teammate. And that is Claire Fortney. So really, really proud of you, Claire. Thank you so much for all that you do. The next award is Leadership, And this goes to somebody who, from the very beginning of the season, was a very strong voice on the field in practice and in games, was willing to do what we asked her to do, and was really a very strong leader on the field, in the dugout, in practice, no matter what we were doing, and that's Maddie Glover. So really great job, Maddie. I'm very proud of you. And finally, the MVP goes to somebody who was all over the place. You know, she played wherever we asked her to play, and that's a really big deal. And also a very strong bat in the lineup, somebody we could always count on to get things done, and that is Emma Perot. So thank you so much, Emma, for all that you did and being willing to play all over the place for our team. So thank you so much, and again, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. This has been such a fun season, and I'm really looking forward to next year when we can get back on the field. So thank you.
Hi guys, this is Coach Caitlin Kane with Episcopal Softball. I'm really excited today to have an opportunity to talk about our team, talk about our season, and honor our great athletes. And even though our season was cut short, I'm really proud of what we were able to accomplish in such a short amount of time, and really proud of the girls for coming together and creating a team culture that was very positive and fun to be around. This season we went 9-5 against some really great competition. My favorite memory looking back has to be going 4-0 in the Schulenburg tournament, where we outscored opponents 30-6. So during that time, it became really clear to me how great our camaraderie was, our team spirit, and our identity as a team. This team had a lot of personality, which made it fun to show up to come to practice and games every single day to see. So now for the awards. I'm going to start first with the Most Improved Award. This goes to someone who was on JV last year and absolutely worked her hardest. She wanted to be on varsity, and she wanted to be a starter. She came to the coaching staff in the middle of the season and said, I want to be like Lexi Sagers. Lexi's on the field all the time. How do I do that? How do I accomplish that? I loved her coming to talk to the coaching staff herself, and her attitude, how determined she was. We gave her feedback, told her the things she could work on. She tackled it and was able to earn a starting position. She ended the season hitting .313 with an on-base percentage of .389. So Most Improved goes to Natalie Toops. Great job, Natalie. Really proud of you and super excited to have you back next year. Next will be the Most Valuable Player Award. This goes to someone who is an energy source. She always goes all out when she plays. She comes to practice and games with a smile on her face. She makes other people laugh. She's just a positive influence to be around. This player hit .585 this year, had 5 home runs in 14 games, and a perfect stolen base percentage with 11. Most Valuable Player goes to Kaylin Watson. Congrats, Kaylin. I'm really grateful for the 3 years that I got to coach you. I cannot tell you how much I'm going to miss you next year, but I'm so proud of you and really excited to get to see you play at the next level. And last but not least, our Leadership Award. So this goes to a player who was always vocal on and off the field, and in the dugout as well. She held her teammates accountable and pushed them in the fall in the weight room and throughout the season. She knew when to call time and bring the team together. She knew when to make a joke, when to be serious. And what really stood out to me this season is at the end of the year, she asked if we could create a separate awards category of Spirit Award specifically for Julia Toops, because she respected what Julia did and the impact that Julia had on our team this year, which I really think shows this player's selflessness and the desire to put the team and her teammates first. So Leadership Award this year goes to Lexi Sagers. Lexi, so happy that I was able to be a part of your journey for 4 years. The player that you are, the leadership that you showed, it was truly outstanding to get to witness it and to be a part of it. I'm very proud of you and also excited to get to see you play at the next level. So keep up the great work. Episcopal Knights, thank you so much for everything this year. I had a blast getting to coach you guys, even though it was cut short. And honestly, it just pumps me up so much more for what's to come in the future. So let's keep working, and everybody stay safe out there.
First of all, I'd like to say a special thanks to Jason Grove, Coach Watts, Jennifer Succi, Coach Fox, and Evan Harris for all of your help during the season. Thank you for your support. Thanks also to all of the parents and coaches that helped guide this junior varsity program at the club. That was exciting for all of the kids, and I look forward to working with all of them into the future. Special thanks to also all of the seniors. The seniors were great this year. Rollins Bell, Aiden Stewart, Berkeley Baird, Luce Tyser, and Omar Mohammed. Thank you for all of your help, and thank you for all of your support. Look forward to working with all the kids moving forward and on to the awards. For the girls, most valuable player, Hollins Crosswell. Congratulations, Hollins. You did a great job improving in a short amount of time, and look forward to working with you as you move into varsity next year. Thank you. Most improved, Isabel O'Gorman. Great job, Isabel. You're a terrific young girl, and you did a great job working hard on your game all of the time, and I appreciate it. Good luck to you in the future. And sportsmanship, she's always been terrific, always had a great attitude. Cassie Stewart. Thank you, Cassie, for being who you are. I appreciate that. And on to the boys. Most valuable player, he came around terrific as the season was moving along, Sam Matthews. Thank you, Sam, for your hard work. Look forward to working with you in the future as well. Most improved, I always gave him a little bit of a hard time, but he's a terrific kid, Carter Dixon. Congratulations, Carter. Good job for all of the stuff that you did. And on to sportsmanship, always eager to play, always eager to help out. Zachary Lewin, thank you for all of your help. Look forward to working with you in the future as well. Thanks to all of the kids. Congratulations to everybody that tried out, and look forward to next year. This is your 2020 Junior Varsity Boys and Girls Tennis Team. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say special thanks to Jason Grove, Coach Watts, Jennifer Succi, Coach Fox, and Evan Harris for all of your hard work this season. Thank you for your support. Also, the parents, the coaches that put together a lot of hard work for all of the kids to make it a great experience for everyone. Thank you for your support. And to all the kids that tried out, great group of kids. Really look forward to working with a lot of the freshmen going forward. Congratulations to all of you kids, and just keep working on your game. Seniors, well, special thanks. Shortened season, but we had a lot of fun together. Congratulations to Rollins Bell, Berkeley Baird, Luce Tyser, Aiden Stewart, and Omar Mohammed. Congratulations. It was great fun working with you guys all of these years, and good luck in the future to all of you. Look forward to keeping in contact. And on to the awards. For the girls, the MVP, always terrific, always supportive, Rollins Bell. Congratulations, Rollins. For the most improved, she worked hard during the summer, worked hard during the fall, and I think did a terrific job, Margaret Hammond. Congratulations, Margaret. And sportsmanship, always had a great attitude, a terrific girl, Berkeley Baird. Congratulations. And on to the boys. Most valuable player, Preston Harold. Thank you for all of your support. Also, all of your feedback through basically helping me along with the program and all the coaches. I appreciate it. Most improved, great kid, Niall Kahn. Great job, Niall. Always improving, always working on your game, and I look forward to the future with you as well. And also, sportsmanship, great kid, Max Finkelstein. great supporter of the program, always willing to contribute in any way he could possibly do it. Thank you, Max. I appreciate all of your support. Well, that's your 2020 Episcopal tennis team. I look forward to them in the future. Congratulations to all the seniors, and best to everybody. Stay safe. Thank you.
Greetings and thank you to everyone that made this season a success, from the EHS School Administration, Athletic Administration, training staff, parents, coaches, and most importantly, our student athletes. And now, on to the awards for junior varsity girls and boys. First, the junior varsity girls. Most improved goes to a young lady that contributes to the program in several ways. This year, she set a personal record and improved on her discus throw of over 20 feet and qualified for SBC on the varsity level. Most improved goes to Eva Del Frate. Our most valuable runner goes to a young lady that started off-season back in October and continued that training through the holidays up until the opening of the season. She contributes to the program in multiple ways and continues to improve on her times and work ethic. Our most valuable runner goes to Amber Harrell. The Leadership Award goes to a young lady that came out and tried different things this year: sprinting, distance, and even pole vault. Having never done pole vault before, she was determined to learn this event. Because of her hard work, determination, willingness to learn new things, and listen to her coaches, she has not only learned how to vault, but qualified for SBC on the varsity level. The Leadership Award goes to Christina Emilio. For the junior varsity boys, most improved goes to a young man that is hardworking and sometimes too hard on himself, but that keeps him hungry and motivated. He never missed a practice and came to morning practices when he couldn't make it in the afternoon, and because of this, he continues to improve upon his times in various events. Most improved goes to William Citizen. Our most valuable runner goes to a young man that did everything we asked of him, from running open events to relays and at least 4 to 6 events at every meet, including the 4x400 meter relay. With the 4x4 relay being the last event of each meet, a lot of athletes, parents, spectators, and teams for that matter, have left the meet if they don't have anyone competing. But not this young man. Most valuable runner goes to Jackson Chavis. And finally, the Leadership Award goes to a young man that is always early to practice and sometimes the last to leave. The same holds true at track meets because he is also a member of the 4x1 and 4x400 meter relays, the first and last running events of the day. He is always yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and always asks the question, what can I do to get better, or what can I do to help the team? And it shows through his performance and his daily interactions with his teammates and peers. The Leadership Award goes to Chandler Hollis. Thank you. Greetings and thank you to everyone that made this season a success, from the EHS School Administration, Athletic Administration, training staff, parents, coaches, and most importantly, our student athletes. And now, on to the awards for varsity girls and boys. For the varsity girls, our most improved goes to a young lady that came into the season with a different mindset that she carried with her to practice and competition, holding not only herself accountable, but her teammates as well. By starting off-season training in October, she was more than ready when the season started, posting personal records in multiple individual events and contributing to multiple relays. Most improved goes to Kaylin Mike. Our most valuable runner goes to a young lady who entered the season with a different mindset, and her focus and determination showed. She was on pace to set multiple personal and potential school records this year, and in the short time that we did compete, she was finishing first or second in her events. Our most valuable runner goes to Morgan Garrett. Our Leadership Award goes to a young lady that works as hard as anyone I have seen, even when she needs and has been told to rest and recover. Battling through an unknown stress fracture at the time, her season ended before it started, but that did not stop her from attending every practice and every meet. She was there to cheer on her teammates from the first event until the last. Our Leadership Award goes to Ella Newman. And for our varsity boys, our Most Improved goes to a young man that has worked very hard, starting with competing in cross country this fall and gearing up for the spring. Since last spring, he has dropped his 1600 meter time by over 20 seconds. And even during this pandemic, he still gets up every morning at 6:15 a.m. to run. Our Most Improved goes to John Bruton. Our Most Valuable Athlete goes to a young man that is a leader on the track, the football field, and everywhere else he goes. He was a huge addition to the program last year as a sophomore, winning double gold in the shot put and discus. This year, he set out to repeat as SPC champion in both events, along with setting his eyes on a couple of EHS school records. We are thankful to have him for one more year in 2021. Our Most Valuable Athlete is Donovan Jackson. And our Leadership Award goes to a young man that started training in October and immediately set the example of dedication and commitment to the track and field program. He set and continues to set a positive example for the underclassmen through leading the warm-ups, motivating others, and taking care of his body. Our Leadership Award goes to Ian Stork. Thank you.